Oh my. Even though we got the non-guilty, he was totally guilty.
So, adjudication may seem to leave the court their freedom within months. I need that charger! Oh, I hate dogs.
Like home, she's like cuts to the camera. He's like 1 second and like runs off screen to deal with whatever background noises.
Within months, they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear, but how?
Fairy magic.
I feel like the majority of this is Charisma just having a conversation with herself.
By a matter of misfortune, sir.
Manner of misfortune.
Perhaps they are trampled under passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they're suddenly overcome by raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no.
Oh no.
No. Alright.
Yep.
All examples of reality, the evidence here in London, I'm afraid. Mr. Naharudo.
Yeah.
River's just hesitating. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo done for two. I love this guy.
When you said
so
cursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garrett's house, I assume?
He said that. I assume.
Do you mean to say you believe this place is cursed?
It's been a near year since I came to Great Britain. But I've only been in London a week before I started noticing strange feelings myself. It didn't take long,
then.
Oh, wait, sorry.
That's okay.
Everywhere I looked, there was foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about it. I started to become more nervous inside. It was always staring at me all the time, from dawn to dusk.
Excuse me.
I shut myself away into my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
Jesus, Otto, get some napkins or something. Just kidding. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I've had more numbers of times, most recently to the Rye Road a week ago now.
Yes. Why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient.
The rent is cheap. I have so little money, and it appeared to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simply stammered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly covered his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you had something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place."
At least he's honest. Yes. Well said.
Yeah, right, that's what I was going to say.
But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed then?
Ever since I moved out of that willowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling though I'm being choked to death.
Asphyxiation. There's not enough
air.
There's not,
Get some air.
enough air going through that room because he doesn't have a window.
The womb, the window, the womb.
To the window, to the wall. Better go outside and get some wall.
And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of weird.
I'm branded a killer, thrown into prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm Mom, Dad, I'm gay. Surrounded by scary, sinister spirits.
That was gorgeous.
What? I'm gay.
Expecting that.
There was only with someone, just one person on my side. There's like
Let me
3 of
tell
them.
you.
Can no one find in his or her heart to believe me? Really no one at all.
What do you think I'm doing here? To believe in Christmas. I believe.
This is great. I love the bloopers in this too.
To
To believe.
Mr. Shaw.
Me, Mr. Naruto. Pray, what can I do for you?
It's about the case on the SS Buria. Buria?
Yeah.
You recall?
The Brea. The Brea. Ah, that case. The one with the snake.
Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. Such
I
passion.
did I? Interesting.
What I want to know is why? Why did you believe in me?
Just like turned into like this pretty anime like show.
I know.
Like,
That's what I was thinking. It like turns into like a glittery confession moment, but there's no actual confession.
I see. Yes. You mean because you were grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found the victim in a large.
Well, if you like, yeah, yes, yeah, that one.
I'm a little surprised that was the answer requires the explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it.
But I could have been lying.
Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected
This is Mimi.
A little.
Oh.
Yes, you are suspicious, Sholmes.
I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me.
Oof. That's rough, buddy.
Ow, what?
Just like rejection.
Okay.
You believe me? Why? Oh, silly you. I didn't believe in you.
I didn't believe in me either.
Remember, nobody can hate you more than you already
You
hate
hate
yourself.
yourself.
Ace Attorney in a nutshell.
Okay, what? What, bro?
You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in.
Oh my gosh, Sholmes.
Oh my gosh, why did this turn into an anime? Sparkly
What do you
anime.
mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I made up my own mind about what to be and what's not.
What to believe and what not to believe, that is the question.
If
I'm gonna spray my air freshener. Pumpkin pie.
I should be like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang on as far as I'm concerned.
But I could have betrayed your trust. I could have. But did I?
In that case, I should have made an error in the betrayal is a trust of an overuse excuse, in my opinion.
Meaning?
One day you two will get to marry. I had to, I'm sorry. Whether or not it should trust another is, and the final analysis is down to oneself. It's a matter of whether or not, or whether or not one can trust oneself.
Can you trust yourself?
Yes, he's right, locum student, Mr. Naruto, exquisite, or squire.
Whether or not I can believe in myself through the power of friendship. Yes!
Yeah,
Yes!
this was our friend.
Friendship! The defense lawyer is only as good as the faith in his client. Oh my gosh, is that his friend? And
That's
that
his
comes
friend.
down to how much faith he has in himself. Go, go, Power Rangers. You were so right, Kazuma. I'm gonna cry.
Oh no, I didn't believe in you, but you believed yourself, so that works.
Me
That's
goes
basically
inward,
how it turned out.
but I believed in myself.
Well, my dear fellows, it is time we are leaving, I believe.
Already.
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out.
It sounded like you opened a soda.
Oh, I just
Open
I just
soda.
clapped my hands.
Sherlock just takes it out of his pocket and unclasps like a Pepsi or something.
I can actually get a soda if that helps.
Oh my gosh. Me though. Do you want some pumpkin spice? I got like Febreze. Oh.
If you guys are up for it, we could probably stay up all night playing this game.
I'll have to see. I have a meeting at like 10 a.m.
Oh no, we should probably let you go then.
No. Wait.
It's
Hypothetically.
8:21.
No. If I stay up until 12, I can still get 9 hours of sleep, get up at 9, get dressed in an hour, and make it to my meeting.
If you really want to do that.
It's 9 hours of sleep. I get like 6 on weeknights anyway.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I can stay up till 9 anyway. I'll probably text you because I still gotta do an hour of packing
Right.
today. Alright, there is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? I'm asking you up, that's why.
Ozeki wants to join. Oh dear. There never is enough time, is
What
there?
is he doing in the background? Oh, he's fixing his bow tie. I thought he was just doing like.
He's just like, everything's okay.
Okay,
He's paranoid.
John's in the back.
I want to go get some food.
Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Let's go.
Susato looks angry.
That's so sad. Locum student, Mr. Naharuto, Esquire. I
As I
probably should
said,
add the sniffles in there.
I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. But, like, I think I can do it. I got this. Okay.
Sorry, I was like taking an audio recording to animate later.
Oh, I'm already there, hun.
Are you guys recording this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I wish I know. Yeah.
Not all of
That's-
it. But
But
I'm
that's
there.
when you get the genuine stuff, is when they don't know.
Exactly. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Gosh, this is
Freedom.
such an anime.
Free.
Something crucial?
What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts.
Yes, Mr. Naruto.
Oh wait, that's you, sorry. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, oh wait, that's not me?
Are innocent of this crime. Blah, blah, blah. And it's imperative that we prove that in court, even though the court system is so bad.
Locum student, Mr. Naharuto, Esquire.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me, including my friend's katana. We're just gonna kill. We're gonna kill them.
We're gonna kill them.
Commit mass murder.
It was me. I was the murderer all along.
Just like
It
show
can't-
up in the background. Don't forget the garlic.
Yes, Susato like pulls it out of like her sleeve.
So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow.
This is a confession.
Oh, he
Oh
stopped
my gosh, his
crying.
eyes are finally normal.
I know. He
As
stopped
I said
crying.
when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who would listen to me in my naive tongue.
Native.
Native.
Of course, Mr. Natsume.
It would be fair to say, Mr. Naharuto, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from one's outset. You merely needed the evidence or the events of today to.
Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey. Roundabout. Okay, journey, but I got there in the end. Oh, bro. Miss Susato,
Yes.
would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? This is a marriage proposal, by
I was
the
gonna
way.
say, is this a marriage?
Will you marry me? Ooh, can I be the bride, or can I
In
be
a
the
prison.
ring holder?
Absolutely. She accepted.
Yes!
As I said this morning, you may consider me
Your wife.
your personal judicial assistant.
Dang it!
You're so cute.
Best couple. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards, and time to look to the future. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Shums believes in me now too. Kind of. He didn't believe in himself. So it's
Damn
time.
straight.
Time that I learned to believe in myself. Oh my gosh. Suzuki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him, to fight his corner. I thought it would be like to fight in his corner. Anyway, tomorrow
I
in the
think they made a
courtroom...
typo.
A typo! With all the strength I can muster.
And that's the end of this chapter.
Woo! Good job, everyone! To be
Even though I was like mostly talking like a fourth of it.
I know, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. We're like, oh, Sherlock Holmes is not going to be in the next part. Who cares? I'm like, okay.
If it makes you guys feel better, that was just like a fifth of what I had to investigate that chapter.
rip. I would cry. I would cry, hands down. Oh, the adventure of the clouded Kokoro. For a weeb, that means heart.
Woo, court time.
20th
Let's
February,
see.
9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey defendants.
Antechamber.
Yeah, that thing. Well, I never expected this. Who would have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. If I screw up, it's all my fault. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
Good morning.
It's me.
Oh, Mr. Natsume, good morning. You suspicious man.
Oh,
I think I crossed her
you
all.
alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain.
I have a sneaking suspicion he just didn't sleep. Yes, I heard that expression.
Do you see those bags under his eyes? His eyes are red, too.
Yes, I heard that expression.
But I really don't want to catch the worm. So I try desperately not to wake up early but I was worried I couldn't catch a wink.
Called it. My skills of deduction.
And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
He's gonna fall asleep during the trial.
That'd be great.
Be quiet, phone. Sorry, someone calling me. Do all literary people take things so literally? Yes. The answer is yes.
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, his eye is twitching.
I wish still had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. What?
What are you doing? Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor.
I can't do this. I can't take it.
Be at school.
Although, locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire.
Yes. Can I help you?
I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the. It looked like an opening night of the opera. There were many people. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London.
Oh, neither did I.
That's
Do you know where that might be, Miss Susato? Maybe?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruto, but I have no idea.
All publicity is good publicity. Publicity.
Blee, 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 blee.
smiling, so she must know it was popular.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just a coincidence then, is it?
Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it?
Heck yeah, he's cute. Everyone's coming to his trial.
Heck yeah.
Lord Van Zeeks! Is that right, Miss Susato? Don't lie to me, girl.
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could to find this morning, and yes.
You lied to me!
Lord Van Zykes is on the front page of every one.
I knew it. I didn't know it. Never mind, I'm lying too.
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Oh, this sounds suspiciously like someone down my... I see a vision of the future.
Someone in the far future, yeah.
Miles Edgeworth. Anyway, yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? Flashback.
Look at our boy.
Sexy Edgeworth!
Are you telling me Edgeworth isn't already hot enough, though? They just... see, he was already hot, and then they just, like, threw everything in there, and you're like, okay, then. You didn't
This is
have
you
to
talking,
go all the
Mimi.
way out. Oh, sorry. The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. He was sleeping for 200 years. The trial of Magnus
Willy
McGilden,
Wonka.
a.k.a. Willy Wonka.
Where's the Oompa Loompas?
No! He
Dead in
murdered
the
them.
dead in the carriage.
Oh my goodness.
That was the victims, the Oompa Loompas. It was a business management case. They realized that he was enslaving the Oompa Loompas. Okay. The trial of Magnus McGilded. What a harrowing experience that was.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized it, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers.
He's got to feed on my blood.
Mundane is the most significant saga of the century, which is some of us.
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
We'll just screw the papers.
Well, at least we also forgot the fact that I could spark an international
International incident.
What is that? Obviously, my voice decided to not work. The references of the infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. Oh yeah, that's me, sorry. But there is another blended similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I agree.
Welcome, student Mr. Naruto Esquire. It's
Naruto.
you. I said it to Naruto, didn't I?
I
I'm
told
sorry,
you.
my voice
It
was
was
so
like the running
scratched.
gag of Mr. Lang or Long or whatever.
Mr. Long, long legs. Me? Well, and I suppose that's true. He ain't wrong.
Both times. It is you who stands against the legendary prosecutor.
They're
It is
lovers
you!
that's been reincarnated over years.
It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper.
Please don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers.
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruto, of your uncommon bad luck.
Oh, yay. Thanks for that. Whoa.
Oh, so this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by such a man with such frail fortune?
Excuse me.
By the least lucky lawyer alive!
Just wait until you see my... Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. I can bail on you. I'll bail.
It's like, what?
Yes,
It's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills or general overall luck. But I promise you this. I will fight fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. I believe in you.
Oh, look at his eye.
Oh, benevolent, locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire. That's a mouthful.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
Oh, benevolent, non-locum assistant Miss
Mikatoba.
Mikatoba Esquire.
Oh my gosh.
I am in your debt forever! I shall never forget this.
Whoops. No, wait.
The court session is about to begin.
There we go.
I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I live.
Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court in session is about to begin. Kindly make your way to the courtroom at once.
Here we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Alright then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go. Burn, baby, burn.
Yes!
Oh my gosh.
That's
Okay.
great.
What?
This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper.
The Reaper. Reapers. Day.
I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. I have a question. Is anyone here like a medium too? Or is that just like
No, there's no mediums so
Dang.
far.
so far?
So far. But if you're looking for a Maya equivalent, that's Susato.
Yeah, that's Susato, yeah. I was just wondering if she had like powering skills or she's just random chick.
She's just well studied.
Nice. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me.
Isn't that supposed to be like Mia? Mia Fey?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, your mentor pretty much, and then he dies the
yeah.
next trial.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is really bad luck. This whole entire family just has bad luck.
Yeah.
I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. Okay, but Mia Fey didn't give him a dope sword, so...
True.
Right? Yeah, no, because Mia's soul was with Maya, but Kazuma's soul is with his sword, which why Naruto carries it with him.
The old daily
February
courtroom.
20th, 10 a.m.
20th.
Santa's coming to town. Santa! My God!
Look at the judge!
It's Santa. Oh my God.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. He's a vampire, 100%.
Okay, I call me the vampire. It's gonna be like an argument. It's gonna be court, but it's just us. The project. Never mind.
You want me to do it? So in that case, you're not talking to yourself.
That's probably better. But you have to give him like a super cool Romanian accent.
Make him Dracula for Castlevania.
Yes! Please!
The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord.
The defense is ready, my lord. Oh my gosh, his
I'm
eyes.
so nervous. The Nepozis are truly a fascinating breed.
Sorry, what?
Lord Strongheart has told me about you.
Who has that as their last name?
That you are a student who arrived in London, but 2 days ago, a mere amateur. Look at those beautiful blue eyes.
He's gorgeous. See, he's distracted by his beautiful blue eyes.
When I finally get my YouTube channel, and when we animate this, I'll just like title it 3 girls playing the greatest attorney and flipping out over the guys.
Do you have a point?
Being a patriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused. I suppose typical Nepozis and arrogance.
Dang, he's a racist, but he's a cute boy.
Forgive me, allergies are acting up. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is the appropriate description.
Susato-san.
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
It's blood secretly.
Forgive me pouring my chalice on hallowed ground.
Very true. And most fascinating, if dark, the trial was too. The tragic conclusion came later.
You drank his blood. That's his blood. It's right there.
To be acquitted, and his unfortunate violent end. He's just pulling up his wine glass.
Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle.
I can't.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
He was one of the witnesses in the last case.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless there.
Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow.
Oh.
It was also in the last case.
It's her!
I'm afraid to say I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed.
Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Oh my gosh, how many jurors are there?
Sorry.
There's only 6.
Didn't quite catch that.
Okay, that's good.
There's always an old lady or old man at the end. So far, at least. Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zykes.
Very well. Recently, Great Britain signed for an alliance with the rising power of the Far East. They accused of the Dr. Day's statement from that same land, a certain Mr. Sosuke Natsume.
Okay.
And while our country has extended his foreign students the warmest of welcome, regrettably, the kindest has not returned. In fact, this student is accused of a most sinister act.
No!
On plunging the knife back into the innocent woman who is doing nothing but walking down the street.
Pretty woman. Oh, a knife crime? I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are.
Just look at the swallow complexion of the shorts.
Dang, y'all are just so racist. Don't.
He's just one of those dreadful Japanese.
Well, it's like the 1700s, so.
Okay, understandable. Have a nice day.
It's like the 1700s or like the 1800s.
Oh, I thought it'd be closer to the
Maybe.
1900s. All right, come on
Oh,
now.
it could be.
Let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Didn't quite catch that.
I was just trying to see if the maid and the other guy said anything. They skipped me.
Pray.
Kidding.
Forgive the discourtesy of the smashing my hollow cliche here in this great chamber.
Hallowed chalice. All right then, fam.
Whoops, I meant to say chalice.
No, I'm just saying.
Allow me to call the first witness.
turns out Lord Baron Von Zex is dyslexic.
Right in the heart. That's my left, sir? Damn it.
Hey, we didn't have a steak anywhere, so we just had a.
You just had wine. It's just wine. It'd just be the wine bottle. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please. No.
No.
Wait, okay, it's Gregson. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, why does he
He's
have
got
such a
chips.
long
Your
face?
name and your occupation.
What were you asking me?
Oh, I was just asking, why does he have such a long face?
Because
It's cartoon.
he's a horse.
Your name and your occupation, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Why am I doing the hand
Would you
motions?
please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector?
The victim is. Oh my gosh. Got distracted by the kid in the corner. Okay.
It looks like that one lady's kid.
Okay.
She looks like the one of the people from Willy Wonka's that goes to visit the factory.
Oh,
That's
that
where
kid?
the Oompa Loompas went. Where's the
It's about them also getting that vibe
Yeah,
from the
it's like
one
goose
guy.
house. Take some room for later.
Alright.
The kid who her kid fell into the river of chocolate.
That kid reminds me of the kid from that one anime with the bear that's half white and half black that you tried getting me into that I still can't get to.
Yeah, Danganronpa.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
Oh, here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Wig.
The victim is thought to be a young. That's in her 20s. That kid's 5 years old. It's what is the name of Olive Green?
They named her after her
What
shirt color.
is that name?
At least it's not Dade Man. I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be?
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attackers' knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been in a comatose ever since.
He's becoming more southern.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? I like going southern. He's southern now. Is he holding fries? What is he holding?
He's eating fish and chips.
Oh, I'm
Comatose,
I'm
I
too
see,
American
but her life
for
is not in
this
danger.
British game. I'm just too American. My friend!
Comatose, I see, but her life is not in danger.
Fortunately for the Eastern students, the charge will not be murder.
Yet.
Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector.
Southern Inspector.
Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map.
He's so salutive. Like he salutes a lot.
I mean, Gumshoe does too, doesn't he? No, I don't remember. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running alongside Rye Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles.
I love this music too.
Gosh, I can't get over her face cam.
They named her after the color of her shirt.
Green.
Olive green.
Olive green.
Me was born. You're pinky. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Pretty woman walking down the street. Okay. Out of the blue, she was. Okay, he does look like super suspicious, though.
Objection, Your Honor. He has black hair. The guy actually has gray hair.
He's so stressed in the cell that he becomes like gray hair.
He looks like Edgar Allan Poe.
He does.
Okay. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Chink, 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 chink. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she is currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. He's so beautiful.
Damn, I look sexy. Oh, sorry, I'm so sleep deprived.
Great lover of fish and chips. Yeah, sorry. I like to.
I love fish and chips. Like, I really do.
I love checking up on the court record because sometimes when something's new added, it can be really great.
This
later.
makes me want, like, fish sticks or something. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You guys can have those. I'm good.
Spared, and she's currently being treated. I can't even pronounce it the second time through.
It's fine. You already read it. We'll move on.
Oh yeah. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable. I hear that. Unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Ooh, case file.
Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please. Yay!
Yay!
I checked the court record a little too soon.
Exactly.
What of the weapon that was used?
It was a knife, a kniffy.
Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive green, female, stout build, early 20s. Pavement off Briar Road, East Side. Reporting officer, Rolly Beat.
Roly-poly.
Victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects.
Roly-poly.
It was legit. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown.
Oh my gosh.
Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injury were observed. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day.
Maybe it's just like John Doe, like they don't know her actual name, so they're just calling her Olive Green. But that's lame.
Yeah, they're naming her off of her shirt.
Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back. Thought that was a baguette.
But it's not bloody.
Ouch, that big thing is starting.
He runs up to Ryunosuke and just plants it in his back.
Oof. I'm stealing your blood. Ouch, that big
I can't see the charger.
Ouch, that big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. Why is everyone turning southern?
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose. You just gotta make him deadpan.
A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts this blade as evidence.
The jackknife has been added to the court stuff.
Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume?
From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Oh my gosh, why did it change accents? Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord.
Are we going to see Miss Lestrade?
Which one's that one?
I see. Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim?
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. Neato. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim. Yes!
Yes!
I missed it.
That moment when you're like, raise your hand up in class.
Oh my gosh!
He does that every time he wants to be noticed, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
gonna raise
until
my
he gains
hand.
more confidence, he always raises his hand.
You can't see me, but I'm raising my hand. Gets me in character. I'm kidding. If the theft and grievance had been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Okay, not to blow your bubble, maybe he's a serial killer. I've watched too many Criminal Minds. Anyway, Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way. Objection!
Objection! Pray forgive the discouraging of the fingling, fleshy, undercorked bottle in the public gallery.
He's probably gonna murder someone himself by, like, hitting someone on the head with that glass
He's
bottle.
gonna take the broken bottle and shank Ryusuke with
Oh
it.
my gosh. Stabbity dabbity.
Apologies, I'm plugging in my iPad.
I'm just like moving the soda in my can so I can like the fidgeting thing with the in character staying on character. I'll let
Hon,
There we go.
Why did I also do that? I also have a water here that I finished. I'm a vampire that also drinks water. But your words have scored the hollow bouquet. Yeah. For it is you, my learned friend, who's being heavy-handed here. I love how the way he's like pointing.
With the dainty wrist.
Mm-hmm.
What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was Googling what time Ace Attorney this one is set in.
Scotland Yard does not arrest people without a good cause. That should be beyond the question. Inspector Grakes, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony.
Testimony time.
Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student.
Yes, sir. Testimony time. Oh, witness testimony.
I'm gonna put it on auto because I'm gonna go refill my water bottle.
Alright, Mr. Natsume's arrest. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else but about the victim and the accused. Whew. Catching up. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he'd just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him. Wait. Yeah.
Old books, you say?
Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident. Ooh. Oh. Ow.
Looks like a grape. Ah, yes, you can clearly see the books. I will take that photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector.
The crime scene photograph entered the court record.
Your Nipponese are spineless, too cowardly to admit defeat, denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Well, forgive me, Lord.
Forgive me, Lord Fang.
Oh, you got it.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
We were just reading so fast.
I know.
Speed reading.
I was trying to do it as fast as I could because I heard as I was walking away, I heard you guys trying to speed up the reading.
We're walking down. We're like,
What do we say?
All
Win.
Okay.
we got through everything. It's good. It's okay. We got it.
Sorry, I'm just like reading over it.
All right. I actually gotta go to the
The
bathroom.
picture looks
too,
great,
so
by the way. Definitely recommend it.
I gotta speed gotta speed. You guys speed run for me.
That was hilarious. But when you guys are trying to read as fast as you can, like first thing I did when I walked in here was turn off the audio. Forgive me, Lord Van Zykes, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it. Mimi.
What did Mimi had to go do something.
Oh. Alright, well, I'll just look at the evidence then.
Yeah, the photo's right over there. Looks like my pocket knife.
Clean.
Strange. There's no blood. Blood! Blood! Gallons of the stuff.
No, stop it.
It looks rather dull, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Oh my, stop closing and opening it. Alright, well, he can't find anything. It's a smiley face.
Okay, sorry, my alarm was going off. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, sweet. What we doing?
It's all fog.
What we looking for?
Just examining stuff.
Nice. What are you doing, Mr. Zato? Zato?
Do go on. Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened. Flashback.
I was walking along the accused pavement, and I could make out a sole silhouette of another. A woman wearing green overcoat. She was just as she was, and was just. I went to overtake her. She suddenly let out a scream and collapsed on the cold hard and the slabs of stone at my feet.
Somebody threw a knife at her. You just went.
I was so terrified I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs could carry me to the accursed lodging. Do pardon me, I do sound.
A green overcoat? Oh my gosh.
Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing. Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next? She's not even worried about it. She's just worried about the photograph.
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. Yes, I will slap my computer. That does not mean he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back.
There was nobody else in there at the time. Just the two of them. The victim and the accused.
Then who saw it?
In other words, there was nobody else who could have possibly have stabbed the woman.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
They de-risk.
The accused concedes.
It seems this cross-examination could prove pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. Oh, how the turntables have turntables. It's our only chance.
Oh, how the turntables have tables.
Cross-examination.
I love those title cards. They're so pretty.
You know.
You're so gorgeous and fabulous.
Mr. Natsume's arrest.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Hold it! Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. A light fog, you say? Well, light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though. That's light, is it? Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course.
Only some honesty. Just kidding.
I've read that London is famous for its fog. But in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance.
How quaint.
Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate. I see. At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm.
Indeed. The other day, I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling.
Susato-san, and I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen.
What are you guys, 5-year-olds?
However, on the day that concerned us, the fog was somewhat lighter than
He's got such pretty eyes.
a fact, no doubt, lamented by the accused.
Alright, making it now. If whenever there's like one of those reactions, we have to make a dramatic anime noise.
Okay.
Okay. Visibility. Oh. I think you have to slip through this. Do you want me to read it? Oh. Hold it! How are you able to state that with any certainty?
Quite simply, my learned friend, because it was what the witnesses to this crime have told us.
Ah, yes. Inspector Gregson mentioned the witness yesterday, didn't he? It's always a witness.
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That is correct, ma'am. We must hear their testimony.
The prosecution will, of course, call him to the stand, should it be necessary.
But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen.
I am unaware of the situation on your tiny island.
Let's calm down a little bit, bro.
But here in the capital city of Great Britain,
Wait, didn't Great Britain.
Please, we get it, you're a vampire.
all the main roads have illuminated at night by the gas street lights.
Of course he would know, because he can only come out during night. Ah! Okay.
The prosecution believes that there would have been a simple light by which to the witness the crime.
Quite. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness.
Which means we really need to hear those witness statements. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to.
It seems that the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and Oh, hold it! From behind, you say? That's right, as you can see from this print. I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh, yes, sorry. Quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition, comatose no less?
I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's being treated at Bart's. Bart?
Bart's just some random guy in the street.
My little tent. Bart. I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be.
Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear with the victim's own account of events.
Luck is on your client's side.
Dramatic anime gasp.
I don't know what sound to make. On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky.
Oh my gosh.
Your force of tone is seriously undermined by disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid.
I mean, he's not wrong. Which is kind of weird considering that they usually have oriental eyes. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Whoops.
No, I don't even feel like reading those. You're just flipping through what I already
I'm not gonna make you read them.
Yeah. Hold it! Mr. Natsume's belongings? Paper sounds. I think you'll find it's
what flies do.
they are in the photographic print of the crime scene. On the floor. That's the ground, you uncultured swine. The floor is inside. That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. Nah, you could still probably use them. I dropped a book in the snow and it's fine.
The accused could have easily have carried all 3 books in one hand.
Yeah, you try it.
Which means his other hand would have been free with a knife.
Wait. How would he even take it out of there? Like, because he's holding them in one hand or one arm or whatever, and then he's got to take the knife out of, like, his bag or
And then switch it out.
Yeah.
Unless he has, like, butler powers or something.
Yeah, unless he's the Black Butler. He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume has had his hands full with his books.
I scared my... And she got my hand. Thank you, Luna.
He's managed to close one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there. You mean to say the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back?
That must be what happened, my lord. Yes. You wouldn't even have good enough, like, leverage. So you're like, okay. I've watched way too many crime shows. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature, which actually sounds like a really fun shop. I will go. I'm kidding.
I commend the accused on the loyalty subject, no matter of his scholarly intention.
I'll be honest, that library does not sound appealing to me on the other hand.
You're like, no.
AP English taught me that old literature isn't the greatest.
It's actually not. I think they hold it in, like, too high regard. It's not even, like, that good, but I still enjoy some of it. The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Musty, dusty, crusty. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
I'm tempted to, like, hop back on Discord, and put you guys on my phone so I can go put on some Band-Aids, because
Me pulls out paper to make paper noises every time he switches the papers.
I know. I got, like, my Constitution of the United States over here from Govern Sit. I'm like... Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. What happened to your hand? Do you need Band-Aids? What have you done? The closest second-hand little place on the corner of Briar Road and Mersham Street. Sure, that's how you say it. As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings at the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. Well, which way was she walking? Because, like, if she was walking the other way, like, you couldn't stab her.
She was walking the opposite way, I think.
Ah.
Well, no, she was walking the same way as he.
Oh,
no.
Dang it.
Because in Natsume's testimony, she was walking towards him. So then when he passed her, he saw the knife in her back.
So he had to, like, pull out the knife and then back it.
Well, the thing is, when he said when he was coming to overcome her, you know, like when you're, like, walking side by someone, you go in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop. Mr. Naruto, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance. What did he just say?
Yes, I agree. The most important point... Oh, sorry, it was changing colors and I was like, what is wrong? The most important point that the inspector just made being... Location.
Location.
The crucial detail in what you just told the court, Inspector, is the location of the bookshop. I couldn't agree more. Gosh, he's making me hungry with his food! So, where is it exactly?
I mean, here, have a Tootsie Roll.
Oh Eh? Are you winding me up, Sunshine? I just explained that. I got the map out and everything. Used red bloomin' ink. And drew the blokes around home on for you.
And I distinctly remember seeing you not long ago, so...
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I must have been so nervous I didn't take it in. Yeah, Athena. You had to go back to the court records.
Don't make me spit out my water.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, wait.
I'll go back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so then he highlighted those locations and the names now.
Oh, nice.
The blunder of the day goes to you. You may learn.
My learned friend. Hold on.
My Discord server really likes to go off.
Okay, so it is named Bourbon Brooks. I was wondering if the title changed at all.
Yeah. No. Wait. No, not yet. The trial's only just begun after all.
When you accused me, like, I legit took a swig of my water and was about to spit it out, and you're like, yeah, Athena, pay attention. Mr. Naruto, I would strongly advise you to look carefully through the court record at the stage. What do you guys think I do on my free time? Just stare off into space?
Yeah.
I do.
This is why I can't be a lawyer. Is that a dent? It's a dent at the... Oh, and it's broken off at the back. It's blood.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruto. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Miss Susato.
I wonder what could have happened to
It
it.
broke off on her back. Yes. you don't think it could... Yes! Knew it! It could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Where's the blood if it was actually in the victim?
They cleaned it up.
Unless the victim was pretending.
Right, that's what I'm wondering, if she's pretending and just framed him. Oh dear, I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Yes, too late. Too late. The little dent up there. Oh, you're checking around. Wee! You spin me
Death
right
to the
round,
user.
right round. Man, we don't have
You
gumshoe
spin
here.
me right around me.
Right round like a record, baby. Right round, round, round.
Oh, that's to close it. That's lame. Wait. Oh, never mind. That's to open it again.
Yeah, there's nothing else to observe.
Aw, sad. Sad day. Oh, he's 32. How old are we? Kidding.
25. Wait, hold on.
We gotta check this
If that's something funnier than 20.
So our judicial assistant is 16.
Oh man, we can't.
And then we're like 25. Our friend was like,
She's
no, we're like
not
23.
legal, everyone.
Hello, neighbor. Hello, neighbor.
Oh yeah, and then the author of the Herlock Sholmes book is 10 years old, which is why she makes herself, in the books, she says that Herlock's assistant is a man,
Oh my gosh.
so people don't question.
Don't question it.
Everyone is so old compared to the rest.
I'm like 10 years. I'm like, wait, no, I'm 12 years older than Maddie's character.
Both your characters are. Herlock is 2 years older than Barrick.
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
I'm old.
the closest age gap we have in here.
That is.
Olive Green. We don't know her age.
I would strongly.
Yes, miss. At once, miss. Sorry, I made a mistake, miss. Why are you being ordered around by a 16-year-old?
Inspector, continue with your testimony, please.
Okay. What about that other homie?
What about the other homie?
You asked for the help of famous detective Herlock... I'm not gonna get over that name. Herlock Sholmes to locate the defendant, I believe. Stuff and nonsense.
He doesn't like Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, well, I mean... It's because he's hotter than you, obviously. Sorry?
Just sticks his fish and chips in his pocket.
Oh my gosh. Grease everywhere. That Jack in office, that busybody just comes and sticks his oar in whether we ask him or not. Winnie, stop! Okay. But according to what I have here, updated autopsy report.
Sorry.
Okay. Mr. Sholmes was shown to the scene by Scotland Yard detectives. Well, that was nothing to do with me. The lads at the scene must have done it without my permission. I tell them time and time again, whether something happens, send word to headquarters. Then follow your blooming instructions. I see. No, not the fish and chips! If that
I want the chip.
Save the fish.
under the sea. If that meddler gets his hands on any details, we'll all be reading it in Ranced magazine next month. And you can bet your last farthing that I'll be in there too, stripped of all my hard work on the case. Well, like he did any hard work on the case. Yes, Mr. Sholmes. No, Mr. Sholmes. Aren't you clever, Mr. Sholmes? That's all the thanks I'll be getting.
Inspector. If the man is proving to terminal the yard's activities, perhaps I should step in and deal with him.
Oh, shoot. It appears Inspector Gregson is lost for words.
I could make plenty of sound effects, though, still. Yes, the Reaper's words carry a lot of weight, obviously. Anyway, the point is this. That little Japanese bloke's already admitted to it. He's admitted that those books all over the pavement at the seed were his.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Don't worry
Give me a
about it.
second. I'll put it back
No,
for
I
you.
memorized them. We're all the
good
ones you
job.
got that day.
Hmm.
Santa Claus is thinking whether to put you on the naughty or nice list.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? If you're unable to sway the jury during this cross-examination, I'm afraid...
That Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed? Yes, they're sure to find him guilty. So one way or another, I have to expose an undeniable inconsistency in the inspector's testimony.
Alright, as I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was unusual fog.
Ow, I just pulled my arm.
Visibility was unreasonably good, and there was no one else but the victim and the accused.
You should ask that one maybe for the witness. Oh yeah, but you have to have the thing, don't you? I'm bad at this game. Stabbity dabbity. On his way home from the bookshop.
Okay, so I think present on this one, and the only one that mentions a witness would be the autopsy report.
That's true.
Or the case file. What do you guys think?
I mean, that sounds solid to me.
I was sending a picture to my mom because the cat scratched me.
Aww. Objection! The witness' last statement is clearly at odds with this piece of
Oh
evidence.
no, it's wrong!
Santa Claus is disappointed in me.
I'm sorry, counsel, but I failed to see the connection.
Oh.
And for the heaven's sake, would you kindly detest from that wide-eyed, panic-stricken look you are wont to wear?
But it's the only panic-stricken look I know. What a gosh darn
Freaking football.
Okay.
I swear, if I have to look this up.
Do it.
Hey, Luna. I didn't mean to scream. I'm sorry. You wanna come sit on my lap? You gonna know? I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. Come here. Yeah. I have a kitty now.
Meow, meow, meow.
She scratched me, but we're both sorry.
Hey man, at least she apologized.
Aw, she's rubbing her face against my cuts.
Aww. Cats are so cute when they want to be. Other than that, they just hate me. What the heck is up with my phone? Stop it, phone. This feels like Clue, like you're like, oh, hello? Oh, rip. Aw, sad day. Can you guys still hear me? Hello? Is it still working? No, it's not working. I broke. Hello? Gosh, come on. Okay, is it working again? No, it's not. Don't do this to me.
There's a receipt.
Hello? Ah, I disconnected.
I'm gonna. Oh. Ah.
Ah, it's not
I'm gonna
working.
do this one. See how it works. Please.
Um,
Oh no! It was wrong.
my mic ain't working.
Your behavior council. Please don't mind me. All right, hold on. Hello, guide.
Do you approve of my shirt, kitty? Humans are stupid, huh? Only a few of them are cool.
What case is this? Let's see. Okay, so there's the first one. Oh, sorry, Mimi.
Is everything okay?
Oh my gosh.
What's on your mind, Luna?
So first one, second. Hello.
Is it working? Okay. I don't know why I did that. It was mean to me.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Dog!
Alright.
Oh my gosh, my dog is mad.
The clouded kokoro.
Yeah.
Didn't we just finish the Clouded Kokoro?
Select the second option and present the. Oof.
Hold it!
Whoops.
You asked for the help of the famous detective.
I'm just gonna auto this because I didn't mean to click that, and I'm not gonna make you read that all again.
That's true.
Stuff for nonsense.
I'm going
Sorry?
to go find my dog because he's being angry. Anyway, BRB.
All right.
Paper noises!
I legit looked up a polygon guide.
Yes, the Reaper. Wait, obvious. Oh, we already read this.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back.
All right. Whew. No, Winnie, you don't get crackers. So is it this one?
Press testimony 5. Select the second option. Present secondhand book receipt on testimony 5.
How do we know which testimony it is?
I'm guessing this is the second option. Because I already presented the book receipt on testimony 5.
My hand stings a little.
Oh.
Behold, I am Miles Edgeworth, and my hand stings from touching a cat.
Oh, no, I didn't. I put it on number 6.
I like the cat because it was gray, like my hair.
All of that
Then apparently visits a secondhand bookshop.
on a daily
Alright.
basis. Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature.
I commend the accused on the loyalty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
Books stacked floor to ceiling. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector? Well, if I must. A map again, I'm afraid. Winnie, stop.
Poor inspector.
The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodgings is this place here, Bourbon Books. A little place on the corner of Broad Road and Meacham Street. Meacham?
Meacham.
Whatever. As it happens, the accused is currently living in his lodging on their side of the road, which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Whee! Something like this. Ah, but where are the receipts to?
Oh, good catch.
No objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. What is it? Overruled.
Wait, it was the... We'll have to go through that whole thing again.
Yeah.
I pressed the wrong option.
It was the name, wasn't it? Because it's on the receipt.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because the book receipt says your books, and he said bourbon books.
Ah. Wisdom. You're okay.
That's why I was having a hard time. Good eye. You just saved me.
A blunder of the day goes by. Inspector, continue with your testimony, please. I don't get why I have to constantly. I'm not gonna say continue with testimony. That's just.
We're gonna make you say it again, bro. Good job.
I'm not gonna make you read this.
Oh no, I'm just telling the poor detective.
Yeah, if I do a repeat, you don't have to reread it.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to. I'm not gonna make you do it.
I might only repeat the take that because reasons.
That's the best part of Ace Attorney.
It's definitely the only reason. Definitely not the only reason why I play Ace Attorney.
I was right to be confused about the name, but I don't know why I was confused about it in the first place. And then you pointed out on the receipt it was different. Can I tell you something funny?
Oh no.
This is the second time I've had to look up a guide for this game. And the first time, like the first guide I clicked on, it was like right after I had like the thing came out,
Mm-hmm.
like the game, because I purchased it like the day after it came out. Freaking yeah, the guide was like in story format. They're like, oh yeah, Ryunosuke will notice that the bookshop's name is different.
Oh my gosh.
And then it's like Polygon, the one I just looked up, is like,
Yeah.
all right, do this.
I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe. Oh, well, you know. I mean, yes. It could be very important clue. Obviously.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any greater significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord, whatever you say. Could the man be any more sardonic? Are you kidding me? I made you the most sardonic person in this class. in class.
He's on his way home from Bourbon Books, a secondhand bookshop he apparently patronizes.
Patronizes, bump it up. Winnie, stop!
Hey-ya!
Objection! If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man. You're giving a testimony. This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books. And you found that in that accused's room, did you? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Woo, you're getting me sick. Stop it. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
No, I get it. It's your book.
But
Your books. Not W. I cannot read.
Here, have this package.
Y-O-R-E, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
Bourbon.
What?
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. And competitive place. It's just that, well, it's such a small place that I didn't think the accused would have known about it. Objection! But the fact is, But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it! Why am I yelling?
Objection! Yes, for what the difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased them must have made no difference in the final analysis.
Objection! Again, I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have a street map here, if that might be of help.
Well, yes. Thank you. Arigato. Have a look at this, please. Paper noises. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would have almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Could that be true?
My, it really depends on
She looks like a character from Pokemon.
He does. My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare that it may be a possibility.
Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said.
Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Perhaps. Oh, look at
Ooh,
that.
dramatic. Inspector Gregson, where is this your book's establishment?
Well,
Sounds so rude.
obviously we looked into that. It turns out that your books is just here on the next corner of Mearscum Street going east. And there you have it. As you can clearly see now. Oh.
He got another chalice and wine bottle.
Oh my gosh! Stop pulling these out of
Why
somewhere.
learn Nipponies? Or the ponies.
The clown! Yes!
Why learn Nipponies? Friend is obviously in training to be a clown. The way that regulates us is such a. The only thing is that you're not the clown, you're the entire circus.
Yes.
We are here to career in this.
Woo!
He said it.
You said it!
You
He
said the
said the
line.
thing!
Grr, you put that glass down or I'll put it down for you.
Bruh, she about to throw hands.
She
That
is.
reminds me of the Great Gatsby meme where like he raises his glass and he smiles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from your books instead of Bourbon books, it all comes down to timing, doesn't it? Oh, I hate timing.
Or,
There's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed. Not to mention he
well,
could have
thank
just...
goodness there's 2 ways to get home then.
I know, he could have just... Whee! Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Inspector.
Allow me to
through it.
create
I'm
for my learned. If somewhat slow, my Nipponi's friend.
He's just gonna like throw it again, isn't it? Oh my gosh! He just choked on
Okay.
glass shards.
The soul just left both of you.
Whatever the man purchased with the musty tomes, it made no difference in the final analysis.
Ah, my shoulder. Just as I suspected, you can't fool me. I don't suggest you try.
What did I say, eh? I've had enough of this now.
I beg your pardon. Terribly sorry. Would you mind repeating that? This guy shouldn't be in the freaking
Mr. Naruto, we mustn't give up.
What? What do you mean? I mean,
If
like,
the
I'm not going
prosecution's
anywhere.
assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
She's absolutely right.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but he could have gone the other way. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. Inconceivable!
You keep on saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
If the defendant used these streets, look what happens.
Wow.
He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked. Boom, ba-boom.
Objection. Taking back the clown is a fool
Talking
errand.
back to a clown.
Sorry.
Honk.
However, I feel compelled to point out that
Dainty wrist.
that route is what commonly referred to as the long way route.
Maybe he just wanted to take the scenic route. Oh.
On a cold winter's night, why would a man choose to take the longer route home?
Well, maybe he liked the winter?
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't, in other words. The accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings, and this is obvious of the crime. Whatever is of the crime.
Objection! But, aha, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home.
I have already informed the court of the accused responsible for such questioning. He claims that he has no recollection.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. Yeah, well, that's why you could take the long way home. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I don't believe this.
He's not the inspector. Just kidding.
I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we not waste any more time by wandering aimlessly around the subject.
Make that a screenshot and label it Ace Attorney in a nutshell.
Hold on, I'll take a picture.
Winnie, what did you just
Oh, I missed it. That's okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. Pray, what is this?
Oh, right.
Oh, he's coming back from the dead. But even if that is the case, the defense still holds it.
They're not letting me. They interrupted me.
I agree with Lord Van Zeeks.
Uh-oh.
Wholeheartedly and in every way. Winnie, stop! Okay. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean... Uh-oh. We members of the jury are completely convinced now. That's like no time.
Very well. If that's in that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Bluff. Guilty.
Guilty.
They're voicing it.
Guilty.
Guilty.
He wasn't even listening. That doesn't count. What the heck? What kind of animation is this? What is this?
It would appear the jury's learning is unanimous.
Bleh. I'm dead.
He gets another cut.
Insightful members of the jury, I applaud you for your brave resolve. You serve queen and country admirably.
Mr. Naruto.
Yeah. No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow.
Those are eyes of query, not yet willing to give up and die.
You would know that, wouldn't you, Lord Van Zex?
Oh, he fixes the little armband. How cute. Okay.
Legit, just give this kid a spiky haircut. He's Phoenix.
Basically.
No, slick it back. Slick it back.
Oh, that's true. His is pointing forward a little bit.
That's true.
So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial.
Rights?
That's written into the equated British law that should have been buried long ago.
Oh, you're just talking about unfair judgment. Call it antiquated, if you will. But it's the defense prerogative to carry out a summation
examination.
Yeah. No, there's no N. It's just summation
Summation
examination.
examination.
If it so chooses.
Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with a summation examination.
Like I said.
Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Of course, we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his uncas refusal to throw in his alley.
Very well, then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Judicial findings.
The juror's contentions. For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in a green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only been the victim.
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
Your books, yes, nice shop. But the Bourbon books? No, not worth a visit.
I keep hearing Discord sounds.
Yeah, that's probably me. Sorry, my computer. I can't turn off the Discord sounds with my computer.
Oh, rip.
Jesus, Otto, calm down. With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
When the stabbing occurred, only 2 people at the scene were there. Were the victim and the accused.
Objection.
The accused himself.
Ryunosuke slowly rises up, back at knife in his back.
Has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes.
Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene.
I'm just to put this soda in a wine glass.
I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already. Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruto, this is no time for grumbling.
I'm gonna grumble all I want.
If we want to force the trial to continue.
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward. You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord.
Surprised he didn't smack his head on the table.
Oh, I gotta do this.
Is this that thing that what's his name does? Apollo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just need to keep this trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do it. Okay, you got this.
Look how brave he looks. You just got the specter in the back.
Look at his little face.
He's like peeking over the text bar like, what the crap?
Alright, I'm not even... No, all done. I'm kidding. Alright, 2 of you jury members are just jerks. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute. The deaf guy has a green coat.
Sauce. Excuse me, but... Aren't you... Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago. Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway.
I love it. Look how smug he looks.
My puns. It's not even a pun. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you? Yes, that's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute. Sorry?
I love the question mark at the end of it.
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals. Oh, well, water under the bridge.
Sweeps it under the rug.
Unless you ate the rug. Now there's
Sorry,
also
but that's the other lady's job.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me nonstop. If I could turn back the clock. Well, anyway, I don't know about the Hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. I'm free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't. Thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind given our awkward history.
Oh dear. I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
You screwed.
Pokemon, I choose you!
Hold it! You're right at the time. You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, that someone was wearing a green. That was the victim. And clearly, that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
It is a pretty disturbing mustache. But let us not forget, madam.
Why, of course he does. He admits to stabbing her. His life is over. Man's obviously livid-faced coward. Honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
I think it's a scam, guys.
Well, the deaf man has a green coat. I think it's him.
Oh, maybe he was like wearing a mask or something?
Yeah, maybe.
But if that's a lie, as you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you're foreign. Who's to say goes through your funny little minds?
Oh my gosh.
They didn't hold their punches. I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
Yes. I do declare the man's already made the admission. He himself has started that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could have possibly committed this awful crime.
Ugh.
If no one else could have done it, then the accused must have been the man. Really, it couldn't have been more simple.
Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit.
Oh my, you're too kind, my lord.
That went well for her. Oh man. Hold it! But you can't deny that there are other routes that Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books.
Oh yes, like you do on the map, you mean. What was it? Calabash Road or something?
Precisely.
But it seems to me what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not.
Well, yes, that's true.
And at the moment, there's no proof that shows that he did, is there?
Well, Yes, that is true as well.
And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he?
Well, yes, that's annoyingly true.
Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible.
Well,
Well,
yes. Why is all of this true?
so really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road.
Ugh, I'm supposed to be convincing you here.
I have given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone to Calabash Road, it would be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position if in that case. Honest, I would.
The reason why Suzuki-san may have taken the other road.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. I look like I'm made of dough. Sorry, I can't help it.
Her
Go with
cheeks!
makeup.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Garrett. I forgot how he said. Garrity, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume his room?
The master's wife! Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid, you understand.
She's keeping up that charade? Ugh, this is going to be awkward. Awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean.
I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character.
Whoa!
Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit such a crime as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes! He's just the sort.
What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unsculpturous mustache. The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people possibly say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I'd better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She's said enough damning things already. I really don't care. Hold it!
It's so aggressive. Good
A
goodness.
man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's. Ah, the likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. That must be very hard. I'll go to the union every morning just to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right, and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk, it is. So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, I was just round the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence? That's right. Merscombe Street it was.
Oh, let's check the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be right in front of Burden Books. So if the road was in progress, he would have to go around the other way.
Yeah.
Clever.
Merskin Street?
Oh, good job, Suzato. We were already ahead of you. On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please. Yeehaw, I turned into a cowboy. What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now? Please, sir, it's important. Fine, I'll do it then. Oh yes, old grandpa. Old grandpa, old grandpa.
No, I'm gonna make him mad. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you time to read.
No. I think we already... Did we already? Oh, it's different. That's okay. Like I said. That's right, like I said. You get a lot of burst gas and water pipes underground in the middle of winter. It's the only time of year fellas like me can actually make a few bob. And I'm missing out today. And when you say from dawn till dusk... Paper noises. Well, the work has to be completed within the day, see? No coaches or pedestrians can pass while it's happening. I wonder if I could trouble you, sir, to mark on the street map the exact location of the works you are carrying out. Give it here, then. Let me have a look. Right, let's see, then. Here we are. Mersco Street. Yes, it was just here, like. It was a tidy dig, I can tell you. We had to get through all the drifts of snow that had frozen solid. And at what sort of time did you finish the work? Well, we started in the morning, and we can't have finished before gone 6, I'd say. The snow had stopped coming down, but it was long past dark for sure.
That means the road work was still going on when Miss Green was attacked around 5 o'clock.
Road work? Road work again?
Road work ahead.
I sure hope it does.
I sure hope it does.
Oh my God.
I love how our minds all went to the same place.
Roadworks on Merskin Street, huh? I mean, huh?
I sure hope it does.
Hold it.
Sorry? Fold it, you say? Fold what?
No, what I said was hold it. Hold it, I worked hard on that. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like old books they have in there, yeah. I enjoy reading them for a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
That was the green man in the coat. Oh my gosh.
Right.
And what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Simply the same thing every day, including the day you're...
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh, yes. No mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not able to forget a day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on ice. My head.
Oh, don't my head.
It was always the worst after the snow stopped. That's when it's mostly slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
I knew something was off.
And this happened on Calabash Road.